Hey everyone, it's Miru Ecom. I'm starting this channel. I figured I might give back to the YouTube community since um, they've given back to me. I started dropshipping about like 2 or 3 years ago. I just kept failing over and over again, just wasting money on Facebook ads, and eventually something worked for me. This was actually one of my first stores that did well, and this is actually the last month that I sold on it. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna tell you, and also 57K in 1 month doesn't mean that you made 57K. You know, like that's not going straight to my bank account. Obviously, there's stuff that you gotta pay for, and I'm gonna show you my profit and loss in the next slide. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know I want to create more YouTube videos for everyone, and I want to kind of gear this towards people who are just getting started and have no idea if it even works. It does work. It's getting harder as the days go by, and people are catching on to dropshipping stores. So you kind of everyone says you have to differentiate yourself. It's true, but it's all a marketing game, really. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm kind of just gonna. I don't really have like a structure. Like some of these slides don't have anything in it, but I'll go through. I'll tell you guys how you can do it too. So yeah, so I made 57K in December in revenue. As you can see, there's a drop here, and I'll explain everything. The last slide is pretty much all the drops and issues you might come across. All right, so the profit and loss is 57K in rev. I just screenshotted this off of Google Docs. 57K, it cost me about $16.50 per unit on average, which is about 15K. Gross profit's 42K. I spent 31,000 on ads, so my ROAS, my return on ad spend, was 1.84. It's not the greatest, but the more you scale, the worse your return on ad spend is going to be. Fees, I had the $79 or $80 Shopify plan, so it was 2.6% plus a few cents per order. I paid for the website was $14. The Shopify plan was $79, and I think there were some apps I was using like frequently added together, stuff for upselling. That was about $20, I would say, and leaving me with a net profit of 16% or $9,000 on the 57K. So let's get started. I'll let you guys know how you can do it too. By the way, I just wanted to note that once I get 2,000 subscribers, I will reveal what the website is, and I'll just go through everything with you guys. I'll do a case study on everything. So yeah. Finding a product. There's several different ways you can go about it. The first thing I would suggest is Ecom Hunt, and I actually have that here. So Ecom Hunt is free. You could pay. I think they have some professional or whatever. Like you see how these two are locked. Basically, if you have the professional account or whatever the account that you have to pay for, you'll get to see these the minute they come out, and they come out with new products every day. But yeah, even if you go to Ecom Hunt and you create a free account, you could see pretty much all the older products. Also, another thing is like if you get the Pro, like let's click on this for example, the sensor lights. I've seen these all over my Facebook feed. But basically, if you have the Pro account, it'll tell you like what website they found it on, where to find it on AliExpress, and like things to target. I had Ecom Hunt Pro for a little bit, but I only had it for like a month, and then I let it go. I actually found the product that I'm looking for. One of the other ways, if we go back here, the other way that you can find it is just scrolling down Facebook feed. So like if you scroll down Facebook feed, and then by the way, to get dropshipping products to come up on your page, you just gotta click on one of the ads that you find that people are obviously dropshipping, and add to cart, initiate checkout, and do everything, and just close it out. It'll start adding you to the algorithm to show you more dropshipping products. So find dropshipping products, click just engage with it. Add to cart, initiate checkout, and you're a part of the algorithm. All right. All right, so back to Ecom Hunt. I didn't really fully explain it, but basically, these guys find products that are dropshipping and selling, and you could kind of filter it however you want, like what type of products. Like let's just go to beauty and health. There's a bunch of like woman products here, beauty products, hair straightener, I'm trying to find something that you guys might have seen scrolling down. Here, let me switch to like, let's go to pet products. People are always selling pet products. Like this cat, these cat socks, like I've seen these scrolling down my Instagram. So yeah, this site has pretty much, it's all just drop shipping products. You can go through, you can filter it in several different ways. Newest first. You can go to really old products that they're actually really good to try to sell. You know, something that died a year or two ago nobody's selling it now, so it might be good for you to sell it. And obviously, like, there's millions and billions of people in this world. You can probably find a target audience that hasn't seen that product yet. Anyways, so another way is Dropshipping Center on AliExpress. So if you create an AliExpress account, obviously this is where you source all of your items. If you create an AliExpress account, I already signed in and everything. I don't know how to blur crap out of my videos, so like I have everything set up so that you guys can see. Like I don't want to accidentally come across, like if I type in Shopify and it comes to my store, like I don't want to deal with having to edit that stuff out. So I have everything open already. Dropshipping Center. This kind of has a bunch of there's actually a new layout. There used to be a different layout before, but yeah, there's a bunch of products here that are being drop shipped. It tells you the orders. It gives you the rating. I would suggest going with anything over 4.8 rating, and orders anything over like 5,000. You know it's selling well. But like let's just click on any one of these. I want to show you Dropshipping Center. Like I actually clicked on this one already. So I saw this on my newsfeed before. It has 52,000 orders, 4.6 stars. It's still like I was actually thinking about selling this before, but you know it's actually selling really well. Sure. You know it's selling really well if the AliExpress supplier has a video, because normally they won't go out of their way to create a video because it costs money. So like they're obviously making money if they're gonna have to go make a video to make money. But honestly, this seems like a video they stole from somebody else because there's a logo here. But yeah, this is a pretty good product. It's really cheap. And yeah, so you can, by the way, I forgot to mention, you could take this URL. You can go to product analysis in the Dropshipping Center. All right, you can go to product analysis. You can throw that in here, and it tells you their volume, like the sales volume per day. So like on 1/16, January 16th, I'm filming this on the 30th, I think. They sold 703, 487, 621, and this is like by the day. And like anything, I think anything over like 50 a day is really, really good. Close that shit up. Anything over 50 a day is really good. This is selling really well. The only issue is I see average logistics reliability. So the supplier takes a while. I would say he takes a while to ship their stuff. But we're gonna get to that later. You should get an agent if you're selling over 20 items a day, and you can pretty much contact them directly whenever you're selling in higher volumes. So yeah, those are 3 really good ways to find products. Let's move on to the next thing. Starting a Shopify store. I'll create a video on creating a Shopify store. I forgot to mention that my store is actually a one product store with a few upsells. But yeah, so back to this. Starting a Shopify store, I'll create a video on this, but basically the main app you use is de-essers. It's like the new Oberlo. A lot of people don't know about it, surprisingly. But yeah, you can, it pretty much fulfills your order for you without you having to go and, do it one at a time with Oberlo, because that's what I had to do in the beginning before de-essers came out. Like every order I'd have to go and manually do it. One order at a time on Oberlo. De-essers you can literally do like 100 at a time. Some good apps, Luke's reviews. You got to let people know that there's reviews. Obviously they're all fake. They come from AliExpress. You can make them yourself. Abandonment protector. That's emails for when people add to cart and they leave your store. Quantity breaker. This is one of the apps where, like, you know, buy 2 get X% off, buy 3 get X% off. Frequently added together is good because it's it basically helps you increase your average order value. If you're selling something for $20, you sell something else for $15, like it's better for you to get a $35 order than a $20 for the same price of you bringing him to your store, which is advertisement. Like your advertising cost. Basically, you want to increase your average order value. And frequently added together is really good. It's like when it shows you 3 products under, this is what people usually buy together, even though like you just threw it there yourself. God. I need to figure out how to take that shit out. Anyways. frequently added together. In-cart upsell. Trial. It starts with a trial. So basically what this is when you go to cart, it'll come up with when you go to your cart, it comes up with like a pop-up of like, oh, would you like to add this now? And I think you can like give it 10% off or 20% off. So that's like an in-cart upsell before they purchase. And then Sweet Upsell is another app where after they purchase, it says like, oh, like would you want to buy this now for X% off? So like those are all ways to increase your average order for one person coming to your store. Like you want them, like you already got this guy to your store, right? And you're selling one product. If it's $20, like you would rather this one guy spend $50 instead of $20. So like that's the whole purpose of having a higher average order value. So in order for me to get people to my site, obviously, like you're not gonna just create a site and people will get to it, like without anything. So you need to advertise. Facebook and Instagram ads are the most frequently used sources of traffic, I would say. SEO doesn't really work well with dropshipping sites. I mean, you could do it, but it just takes a long time for you to get that set up. And with dropshipping, usually they're like trendy products, and you don't really have time to sit there and SEO for 6 months or whatever to get your site going with organic traffic. So this is how I did it. I think that you need a minimum of $500 per $500 per product to see that if it's going to work or not. And I've tested a lot of products. I've lost like 10K like beginning, and then I probably lost 10 to 20K on ads before I finally started to see profit. But like who knows? You can get lucky. I was in a group with one guy. He literally his first product he made 100K in 1 month. So like if you find a good product and you market it correctly, you'll sell it. But I think you need a minimum of $500, or if the product is cheap, maybe like $250. But $500 per product, I would say, is the best. So I use Facebook. I said I kind of wanted to gear this towards beginners, but with Facebook ads, it's kind of hard. So I will create a video later on how to do Facebook ads. But this is kind of my strategy for those who are already started and just want to know how they can do it themselves for their website. Facebook ads, CBO only. So there's CBO and ad set level budgets. CBO only. 5 to 10 interests with 2 ad creatives. I would say if your product is less than $30, to then do $5 a day. If it's more than $30, do $10 a day per interest. So if you have 5 interests, and you're doing $10 a day, that's $50 a day budget. And then so basically this is how I know when to turn it off. I cut it at break even cost. So like if the product is $20 and it costs me 10, I'll cut it at I'll cut the ad set at $20 if it didn't get a sale. And then if you want to save money and cut it before, if your CTR, like your click-through rate, is below 1%, or your cost per click is more than $1, that's kind of telling you that your creative is bad. So like if you want to cut it before then, at least give it like $5 before you decide to do this. But yeah, if those are usually the metrics that I look at to let you know if your creative is good or bad. And then another thing is your audience might be bad, but I doubt it. If you have over like 10 million in your audience, I think you should be good if it's relative to the product that you're selling. For those ad sets that are profitable, I would duplicate them into a new CBO with a daily budget of 100. You already know that these are working. I would wait for like at least 5 purchases on it before doing that. But yeah, you know that it's working, so just duplicate them into a new CBO. That same interest or 2 interests or whatever, duplicate it into a CBO with 5. So like say two ad sets worked, I would duplicate 1 3 times and 1 2 times. So now you have 5 ad sets with a daily budget of $100. So after you spent around like $500, if it doesn't work out, just honestly cut it and move on to the next one. Don't waste your time. If it's a winning product, it'll be selling from the beginning. So after you spend around like $500, I would start to get into the lookalikes. You start with 75% video views. I would wait to have at least 2,000 of those before starting. The more data, the better for your pixel. 95% video views. You can use those two, Facebook, Instagram, Engage. People don't know that you can do Instagram separately from Facebook. So definitely look into that, because on one of my stores, Instagram did so much better than Facebook when I did the lookalikes for those. Page view content, add to cart, initiate checkout, purchase. There's also visitors by time spent, 25%, 20%, 5%. I think that's 5%. Yeah, there's a bunch of lookalikes you can use. I would test all of these to see what works. And then obviously the same scaling method, just duplicate them into a new CBO, or also you can double the budget of the CBO. But I will say that it's kind of risky because like it might do a lot worse than it was doing originally. Because the more money you spend, the worse your return is going to be. So like if you're doing like a three ROAS, which is return on ad spend, like 300%, if you double the budget, you might drop to like 250%, like 2.5 return on ad spend. When it comes to scaling, I mentioned this: double the CBO budgets for those that are working, and if it starts to do bad, you can just lower it by like maybe 50%. So if you're at $100 and you double it to 200 and it starts to perform bad, I would lower it to 150 and then lower it again to 100 if it doesn't work, and just like you got to play around with it, see what works. Duplicating CBO works well too, and then like so if you're at $100 and you want to spend the next $500 a day on the next one, you can just duplicate it and like it won't affect like the optimization there since like it's starting new. Test new creatives, test new audiences, because you will experience ad fatigue. The first time I was dropshipping, I was doing so well in the beginning, and then after a month, like my results just like shot on me, and I didn't realize it's because I was just using the same ad over and over again, and I kind of went through ad fatigue, and like my returns were just so like I went from having like a 2.5 return on ad spend down to like I was losing money every day. So you have to try new creatives and see if they work, and yeah. So the reasons for the drops, I told you guys I'll tell you like around like I did 4.8k here this day, and like I just started to slowly drop. So one of the things that I did I got really greedy with my budget increases. And like for example, like if I had a CBO at like $500 a day in ad spend, I might have doubled it to like 1,500 or 1,000, and then it just started to perform really really bad, and like I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't want to lower it because like I was already spending $1,000 a day and it was bad. So like basically like my brain shot on me and I just turned everything like off, and I kind of had to start new. So like that's like the biggest reason for this like drop here. And then also I had logistics issues. Like my AliExpress supplier was just not shipping it. It was like 5 days. I was getting like 70 orders a day, and like I just didn't want to like I don't want to fall behind on orders because then people start like spamming you like, oh, why isn't it shipped? And it's already like AliExpress already takes like 3 weeks to ship their shit. So I got really scared with that. So I ended up getting an agent, and like it was really like this is the first time I did so much like 70 orders in a day. So it was just hard for me to just adjust to everything. I also had really bad cash flow issues because Bank of America is awful. Like by the time I paid my credit card and like got like 3 days to get Shopify to deposit stuff into my bank, and like another 3 days to get PayPal to give my stuff to my bank to pay my card, and just make sure that you have a good cash flow, or if you have enough money to like handle these high amounts of sales and cash flow. And the final destructor, PayPal. After a while, PayPal asked me for a bunch of tracking. I gave it to them, and then they ended up just holding my money. They're pretty much holding all the money that I made in profit, and they're not releasing it for 180 days. So that's one thing you guys got to worry about. I'm actually going to make another video letting you guys know how, like, things that I've stumbled across that, I wish I knew before getting into it, and, problems that you might have, and so that you guys don't get discouraged when it happens and you kind of know how to handle it. So, yeah, that's kind of all I had. This is my first video. I apologize if I'm very I speak from my nose. I have really bad allergies to my cat. If you guys have any ideas for videos that you guys want me to make, just let me know. I'll make the videos. I'll do my best to try to explain to you guys. How you guys can be successful with this. I plan to make my next video on products that I launched that failed. So if you guys are interested in that, please like, comment, subscribe. And like I said before, I will be releasing the product that I sold to make this much and my website and everything as soon as I get to 2,000 subscribers. So I really don't want to give away my thing. I don't know if I'll get 2,000 subscribers, but it's worth a shot. If I get 2,000 subscribers, you guys got a free product that you can try to launch. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, comment. I'm very quick to respond. God damn it, I need to figure out how to fucking hide that shit. But yeah, So thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you coming by, and I hope I provided some value to you. I also have a Facebook group if you guys want to join. It's free. And I'm just trying to build a community of people who are similar online, because there's times where things get rough, and it's good to have a community that can help you, because a lot of people have been through those things already. So if you want to join, just it's going to be in the description, and I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.